Ever pondered about why some relationships, no matter how hard we try, just don't seem to work out? Relationships, by their very nature, are a complex tapestry woven from threads of love, patience, understanding, and compromise. They're an intricate dance, a delicate balance of give and take. But what happens when the scales tip, when the dance feels more like a grueling marathon? Often we find ourselves holding on to relationships that, despite our best efforts, simply don't serve us. Perhaps out of fear, habit, or a misguided sense of loyalty, we cling onto these connections like a lifeline. We pour our energy, our time, our very essence into trying to mend what is broken, to fill what is lacking, only to find ourselves drained and unfulfilled. Now imagine a different scenario. Picture a relationship where you're not just surviving, but thriving. One where your happiness doesn't take a back seat, where your well-being is a priority. It might sound like a dream, but it's a reality that's within your reach. But how do we get there? The answer is simpler than you might think, by letting go, by understanding that not all relationships are meant to last forever. Some are temporary, serving a specific purpose in our lives, teaching us lessons, helping us grow. And that's okay. It's okay to acknowledge that a relationship has run its course. It's okay to choose your happiness, your peace of mind over a relationship that no longer serves you. Remember, you are not a tree rooted to one spot. You are a bird, free to fly, to explore new horizons. And sometimes, to do that, you need to let go of the branches that weigh you down. It's crucial to understand that there's a time to hold on and a time to let go. Life's too short to be spent in relationships that drain you rather than uplift you. So as we delve deeper into this topic, let's keep an open mind and a willing heart, because in the end, it's all about finding your happiness, your peace, and your freedom. Do you know the signs that it might be time to let go? In the intricate dance of relationships, red flags often wave in the wind, showing us that perhaps it's time to change our steps. But what are these signs? Let's explore a few. One of the most common signs is constant arguing. If you find yourself locked in a perpetual battle, with words as your weapons, it could be a sign that the harmony once present has now given way to discord. A healthy relationship thrives on open communication, not constant conflict. Next, consider how you feel after spending time with your partner. Do you feel drained, as if your energy has been sapped? A relationship should be a source of strength, not a drain on your emotional reserves. If you're perpetually exhausted, it's a clear sign that something isn't right. Trust, the bedrock of any relationship, is another key factor to consider. If trust has been eroded, if there are secrets and lies, then the foundation of your relationship is shaky. Trust, once broken, can be incredibly hard to rebuild. The absence of it might be a sign that it's time to let go. Finally, let's talk about happiness. It's not to say that every moment should be filled with joy, but if you realize that your moments of happiness are few and far between, it's a glaring red flag. A relationship should bring you more happiness than sorrow. Remember, these signs are not definitive proof that you should end your relationship. They are warning signals, indicators that something isn't right. They're a call to action, urging you to address the issues, to have those difficult conversations, or to seek professional help if necessary. However, if these signs persist, despite your best efforts, they might be telling you that it's time to let go. It's a hard decision to make, but sometimes it's the best one for your well-being. Recognizing these signs is the first step towards making a decision about your relationship. So, you've identified the signs, but how do you let go? It's a question many of us grapple with, and the answer begins with acceptance. Acceptance is the first step towards healing, and it's about acknowledging reality for what it is, not what we wish it to be. It's about recognizing that sometimes, despite our best efforts, things just don't work out. But acceptance doesn't mean resignation. It doesn't mean giving up. It means understanding that there are things we cannot change and choosing to focus on those we can. It's a brave step, a step towards reclaiming your life and your happiness. Next comes forgiveness. This might feel like the hardest part, but it's a crucial one. Forgiveness isn't about saying what happened was okay. It's about saying you're not going to let it hold you back anymore. It's about freeing yourself from the weight of resentment and bitterness. Remember, forgiveness is a gift you give to yourself, not to the person who hurt you. Now let's talk about focusing on self-improvement. This is your time to grow, to learn, to evolve. Use this opportunity to discover new passions, to set new goals. Maybe it's time to pick up that book you've been meaning to read, or to start that fitness program you've been thinking about. This is your time to shine, to become the best version of yourself. And lastly, remember the good times, but also learn from the bad ones. The good times are a testament to the love you once shared, and the bad times are lessons learned. They are reminders of what you want and don't want in your future relationships. Remember, every ending is a new beginning, every setback a setup for a comeback. It's essential to remember that letting go isn't about erasing the past. It's about creating space for a future that serves you better. It's about looking forward, not backwards. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting, it means moving forward. And sometimes moving forward is the most empowering thing you can do. What happens after you let go? Picture an empty room, stripped of its furnishings, echoing with the quiet hum of silence. That's how it feels right after letting go of a relationship that has been a significant part of your life. It might feel empty, but it's also a clean slate, a fresh canvas on which you can paint a new chapter of your life. Suddenly you're confronted with a wave of emotions, each one as powerful as the other. Relief, like a deep breath after coming up from underwater. It's the realization that you no longer need to carry the burden of a relationship that was weighing you down. It's the freedom that comes with taking control of your happiness and well-being. But with relief, often comes sadness. It's the mourning of what was once a deep connection, of shared memories and experiences. It's the emptiness in the space that person once filled in your life. It's okay to feel this sadness, to acknowledge it. It's okay to grieve the loss of what was, and it's essential for moving forward. Sometimes there's a tinge of regret. Questions may swirl in your mind. Did I make the right decision? Could things have been different? These doubts are normal. They're part of being human. It's crucial to remember that you made your decision for a reason. Trust in your judgment and remember that regret is just a visitor, not a permanent resident in your emotional landscape. It's okay to feel all these emotions and more because they're part of the healing process. It's okay to take time to sit with these feelings, to understand them, and to ultimately accept them. Healing is not a linear process. It has its ups and downs, its twists and turns. So remember, it's okay to feel. It's okay to heal. It's okay to take your time. You don't have to rush through this process. You're not alone in this journey, and it's okay to lean on others for support. Moving on is a journey. It's okay to take it one step at a time. So, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've discussed. We started our journey by delving into the enigma of relationships, acknowledging that they are complex and unique. Each one is a world in itself, filled with shared experiences, emotions, and memories. But sometimes these worlds can become troubled, and it's important to recognize when that happens. Next, we moved on to identifying the red flags that might indicate it's time to let go. Remember the signs we discussed? Consistent unhappiness, emotional or physical abuse, feeling unappreciated, or a lack of respect. These are not just bumps in the road, but rather signs of a deeper problem that may not be fixable. Then, we explored the art of letting go. We discussed how it's not just about ending a relationship, but also about embracing a new chapter in your life. It's about recognizing that you deserve happiness and peace, and sometimes that means walking away from something that's holding you back. We also touched upon the aftermath of letting go. It's a journey, and like all journeys, it has its ups and downs. You may feel a sense of loss, sadness, or even guilt. But remember, it's a process, and it's okay to take your time. Grieving is a part of moving on, and it's essential to allow yourself to feel these emotions. Finally, we emphasize the importance of self-care during this period. Reconnecting with yourself, rediscovering your passions, and investing in your well-being are all crucial to healing and moving forward. In conclusion, letting go of a relationship can be a difficult decision to make. But it's important to remember that it's okay to choose yourself, your happiness, and your peace of mind. It's okay to walk away from something if it's causing you more harm than good. Remember, it's okay to let go. Sometimes it's the best thing you can do for yourself.